These aren't actual ears, by the way. Their ears are hidden back in here. The shape of their faces help to direct sound into their ears. Their ears are huge, but you don't see them under the feathers. And I was told once by somebody who used to work with raptors that owls, always known for their wiseness and so forth, their ears are so big and their eyes are so big that they don't have a whole lot left over for their brain. A little slow the uptake. But it's nice to imagine that they're just tame. Well, there was this little saw-whet owl that was hanging out by my bird feeder, and it wasn't because he all of a sudden decided he'd take up a vegetarian view of the world. He was interested in the chickadees that were coming in to the bird feeder. And so our oldest daughter and I were hauling some firewood down into the back of the basement, and Sarah said, "Hey, look at the owl. It's just sitting there." And it was one of these, they're like the cutest, I swear, little owl, a saw-whet. It's only about that big, and it's just sitting there. So everybody comes out. Michaela's just a little baby at the time, and we watched the owl for a while, and then it was time to play with the owl. Now we've seen it. Everybody seen it? Okay, time to play. Long story short, I held my hand out real still, and I wiggled my fingers, and it went, and the owl went, did what owls do. And if you've ever done that in the woods, that moves tree limbs around and trees. When you move your head, everything moves, and then you see shapes that you wouldn't see if you weren't moving your head around. So anyway, he was taking aim, and then he wiggled like they do, and then took off, and he flew over and landed on my fingers. It was so cool. And it's like, yeah, saw-whet owl. The definition is a very tame little owl. They are all of that. They're very, and they're tame, and they're little. All right, so I'm defining better face here a bit.